In this video, you'll learn how to use your retirement score to help reach your goals faster with Pocket Plan. Your retirement score is a measure of the odds that your money will last until age 86. And so the longer your money will last, the higher your retirement score. So if you have a high retirement score, that means that you have good odds that you will not run out of money before age 86. If you have a low retirement score, that means that you are probably going to run out of money before the intended time. And we test that using a bell curve and by organizing the results. So what we do for you, what Pocket Plan does for you, is it simulates the odds of success of you having money until age 86, and you can test that with your retirement score. So the first thing that we want to do is to look at the assumptions in order to calculate your retirement score. Basically, what is the retirement score made out of? And it consists of your personal information, including what your current age is, when you're going to retire, how much money you need in retirement, how much money you have invested now, and how much you're going to be saving going forward. We also look at your inflation rate, when the money is going to end or when you die, and then how you define success. And so what we've done is run a simulation for you starting at your current age and going all the way out, in this case until age 96. And each year we have calculated what your expected portfolio is and then what your simulated portfolio is. So your expected portfolio just shows you if the returns continue year after year, then this is what the value will be. If they continue at a set amount year after year, then this is the value that you expect. With your simulated portfolio, we've used real market returns based on the historic performance of the S&P 500. And so using that historic performance, we can add in a random shock that says what are the returns during a specific period, a set period of years, depending on how long you need your money for. So for instance, we might look at random returns from 1929 until 1959, or 1930 to 1960. 1961 to 1961 to 1991. If we wanted to look at a span of 30 years, and by adding in that random variable and using that for your simulated portfolio, we can mimic real world results. And so we are not just looking at our investment returns on a simple basis where year after year the amount increases by a fixed amount, which is not realistic to life. Instead, we've added in a random variable in order to test out how likely the odds of success are. So we want to get that to be as similar to the real world as possible. Now, we've done this 1,000 times. So you can go all the way up to 5,000 times. It'll take a little bit longer to do 5,000 times, but we can run the retirement score for any scenario that you want. So depending on what your goals are, you can test your retirement score here and figure out how close you are to your goals. And so every time that you do, the calculation is going to change for you. Your expected portfolio, your simulated portfolio will change, and then you'll be able to view the results here. What's great about this is that you can look at your best case, worst case, or median results. I would just stick to the median results most times, but it depends on your view on things. But with your median results, you're looking at the majority of the time what is happening with my money, the bulk of the time, and so that gives you a pretty good framework for the odds of success. And then if you want to improve your retirement score, all you have to do is just change the inputs here. So if you are going to be living, let's say that you have income from somewhere else, you have you don't need 70% of your income, you just need 50% of your income. What you would do is you would go to your scenarios here. You could create a new scenario. You could put 50% income, retire at 60, create a new scenario, and then you're going to be able to add in and customize all of the inputs here. So we've got my income replacement rate at 50% there, retirement age is 60, and then everything else is the same. We'll save the scenario, and then now it'll show up in my retirement score here in my plan section. Now, if we want to increase that, let's say, 0 is not good. So let's go back in here into my scenarios, and let's change this now. So let's say that we're actually going to retire at 65. We'll save it. And then we're going to go back to my plan, and we're going to test the impact. Okay, now you see that increased there, but it's still not great. So what we need to do is we need to keep on tweaking these inputs in order to get a solid retirement score. Now, one thing I want to point out here is in the computation, what I had added was the 5.4% inflation rate. And that's just reflective of the current environment. But if I were to drop that down to the historic average, 2.4%, you see how that changes the retirement score pretty significantly. So you notice that changing these inputs is going to change the outcome of the retirement score, but it's a great starting point for you to have an understanding of what the factors are that are going to influence your success and having financial security. So you notice there that what I did was I changed my savings rate to 15%, and when I did, that increased my retirement score significantly. So that is what your retirement score can do, is it can help to get an understanding of what your finances could look like in the future, and then it can also help with understanding how changes to your finances will influence your future financial well-being. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.